Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Transformational Storytellers show. It's a beautiful day, no storm today. I am excited, and I have a bright light right here with us, Silvana Pimentel. Let me tell you about Dr. Silvana Pimentel because she is amazing and you are going to want to get to know her, I promise. She is the host of Happiness by Habit, a podcast that I absolutely love. She's a results driven sales leader and chief AI officer. And what she does is she empowers leaders and professionals to leverage AI, artificial intelligence, and she also helps with boosting productivity, building resilience, and sales success. She loves to help you scale your success to exponential heights. And so I'm going to tell you more about how to connect with Silvana so you can get more expert insights on innovation, business, and life strategies. But before, let me welcome the high performance habit queen.
Oh,
So good to have
thank
you
you.
here.
Oh my God, I am so excited. So excited to be here. It's been really, really a day that I was looking forward to. So very happy to be here and honored to be here.
Well, you belong here because you are definitely a transformational storyteller, and I definitely love all of the work that you're doing. It is amazing, and especially, I really felt very identified with your story in the Gifts of Pain, from foreign sound to fearless speech, which we're
Mhm.
gonna be talking about, and also for everyone, if you haven't seen and you speak Spanish or want to put the translations on, then you can definitely hear more about that in Silvana's TEDx talk in Spanish. So, Silvana, before we start talking about your work and everything that you're doing in the world that's so impactful, especially with your AI business, why don't you tell us about your story and just really connect with our audience today through what you shared in the Gifts of Pain?
Oh yeah, I would love to. I have it right here. Actually, this is the book that I am part of, The Gifts of Pain. Should I go ahead and read it, or should I tell you about it?
Yeah, go ahead and read it.
All right, let's do it.
Everybody
Let's do it.
everybody loves when we read.
Yes, absolutely. From Foreign Sound to Fearless Speech by Silvana Pimentel. The words cut through me. Sorry, could you repeat that? I stood frozen in a crowded room, yet I have never felt more invisible. My cheeks burned, my throat tightened. I tried speaking again, slower this time. Their polite smile faded, replaced with an awkwardness. Well, nice to meet you, they mumbled before slipping away. But it wasn't just strangers. Over time, even my close friends would jokingly stop me mid sentence and say, Silvana, speak English, please. As a TV and radio host, captivating audiences back in Peru, my voice used to be my superpower. But now in the United States, I was afraid to speak, wondering if my voice could ever have a place. Desperate to be understood, I tried everything: accent reduction and speech exercises, trying to fix myself. These tools help me speak more clearly, but I had to learn not to be embarrassed by my accent. I realized that our accents aren't a flaw, they are our courage. It proves that we dare to learn a new language, step beyond our comfort zones, and make ourselves vulnerable to new frontiers. You don't need to change your voice. Embrace it. Your voice is not an obstacle. It is your superpower. By embracing my own voice, I am expanding rather than shrinking. I've inspired others do the same. I've seen people step forward, speak up, and tell their stories, accents and all. Because our unique voices aren't barriers, they are bridges. Today, I host an English language podcast, something I once thought it was impossible. But my listeners don't just hear my voice, they connect with it. They hear the courage in every word, the journey in every syllable. I invite you to embrace your voice, share your message, and transform challenges into opportunities because you deserve to be heard.
Oh, oh my goodness. Oh,
Ah,
and I love your accent, and I love my accent, but I
of
can't
course,
like,
you have a beautiful accent. I just got goosebumps just reading it. It's like so
yeah.
special.
Thank you so much. I mean, I have felt that too. And I love how vulnerable you are in sharing how you felt so alone. I had, chills thinking about it and imagining you in that room all by yourself, but really surrounded by people. And I know that everyone listening and hearing and looking at us today and watching can definitely relate to a moment in which they felt alone, they felt misunderstood, and like there are thousands and hundreds and millions of people around me, but I feel like I'm the only one going through this. And so I
Mm.
think it's a very important story to share, but also I love how you have turned your accent into your superpower. And I know that superpower is a word that you love a lot. We'll talk
Yes,
about
I
this
do.
later. Um, but why do you think it's important to share why do you think it's important to share these stories with the world, even though they are so painful and they
Oh,
take us back to moments that we don't want to go back to many times?
yeah. I feel the need and the urge to share my story, and this is very important because it's not only my story, but turns out it's many people's story. Even the people who speak English, that they realize they have an accent when they leave the city where they were born. And this is a really interesting point because typically we don't notice we have an accent unless we do something extraordinary or something very brave, which is leaving the place where you were born. Typically, an accent is a it should be a badge of like doing something amazing. It's like a it shows that you started from zero, learn a new language, and went outside your frontiers, and were so brave to do so. So I definitely look at it like that. And when every time I tell this story, I have people tell me how special it is, and they can relate to that because it had happened to them as well. An important topic about my story and how I would like to impact the people who listens is that because I had an accent and at the beginning I was trying to kind of blend in to kind of be like the others.
Yeah.
And I felt miserably because of course I cannot be good at trying to be somebody else, but something I can do really well is being myself. I can do the best job of being Silvana Pimentel because there is nobody else like me, right? Everyone has their unique features, qualities, skills. And so the day I realized that I didn't have to blend in just to fit in, and instead I recognize my uniqueness and embrace it, that's the day things started changing. And that's when it turned into a superpower. And today I help people utilize, like you mentioned, my the superpower is one of my favorite words, because I talk a lot about two superpowers I have: my accent, which is what makes me unique. The other one is AI. So I put both of them together to help people to build magnetic personal brands, like for being unique. That's what makes the difference. That's what is going to help you stand out to being yourself.
I love it. I love it so much. And you talked about how you're not the only one with an accent. And of course, your accent and my accent are Hispanic from because we speak the Spanish language. And
Uh-huh.
so, for those people who specifically have a Spanish language accent out there, what do you think is a unique message that you can send to them who are tuning in today?
I would say just like I would say focus on being understood, not so much on the accent. The accent is kind of something we will always have and it's part of us, and I look at it like a good thing because it's part of our character, of our personality, of our thing that makes us unique, right? But the being understood, that's where people that's where we need to focus on, like improving our English skills, for instance, pronunciation, try to pronounce better so we can actually be understood. Because I realized something interesting. Back at the time when I was having these issues or not being understood, it turned out that it was not necessarily because of my accent, but it was because of my English skills. So I work once I work on that piece of the puzzle, like I improve I made the effort and improve my English skills and my pronunciation. So can people actually understand me? Because even people who wanted to understand me couldn't understand me because my English was not good, not very good looking. So
Yeah.
now I always will have an accent. I still have the accent, and that is okay. That is not an obstacle to be understood. So for
Yeah.
the Spanish speaking people that are listening, I would say don't think that is your accent, think that is your English skill. So if you focus on improving that so you can be understood, the rest is gonna be good because people do wanna pay attention to you. They wanna hear your story. You have an amazing story. Just the fact that you did something extraordinary, which is learning a new language, is makes a big difference. So I would say tell your story. Just focus on improving your English skills, perhaps, so you can be understood.
Yeah, thank you so much. That's a very good distinction because I know in your story you're talking about how you went to the accent reduction classes, and now I understand the difference between improving your language skills versus trying to change your own voice. That's really a key distinction. And you mentioned starting from scratch. Um, that's something that we all do, and especially in the field that you are an expert in, which is artificial intelligence. A lot of people are starting from scratch there. And
Mm.
so what is something that you would say to anyone who's starting from scratch, be it, a new language, be it AI, be it any other skills or situations or circumstances? What is something that you think would help with that sense of, I'm starting from zero. I have no idea what I'm doing, and this is very uncomfortable and unfamiliar to me.
Oh, I love that question. I would say start small, focus on the little wins, but be brave. That's going to be very important because a lot of times when we start something new, we are not going to be good at it at the beginning, especially. So that's one of the reasons why many people avoid learning a new language because they don't want to hear themselves like being silly and speaking wrongly. And so that makes a difference. If you are brave enough to get out of your comfort zone, the growth that is coming up for you before you, it's going to be massive. And don't be afraid, especially in artificial intelligence. I would say many people are overwhelmed right now because, and I understand why, and I was overwhelmed as well because there are so many tools, so many things, so many shining objects. So I would say focus on one tool, just
Mm.
use it and apply it, and and go with that. And then start small and then one thing at a time, and that's gonna get you where you need to be. Because a lot of times also people, especially well, might apply to artificial intelligence or to any other things. Many people are continuously learning and not implementing what they learn. So I would say that learning alone is not going to make a difference in your life. If you want to see results, you need to implement what you learn. Even though it's a small thing, just I would say do something with the knowledge that you get, even if it is a small thing, so you can make an impact and see a difference.
I love that so much. Oh my goodness, that is such a great way to look at it. And so we talked about what you do, both, with your podcast in the English language and also with AI. What do you love most about the work that you do, and why do you think the AI tools are so important and essential in the world? And also those habits, right? You talk about happiness by habit. And so
Mhm.
tell us about all of that and what lights you up about it.
All right. Yeah. What I love the most is helping people be using the two superpowers that I learned to develop, like which is the authenticity and AI.
Mm,
How? uh, in a sea of options right now, like, and I live it myself because I went from being invisible, like people wouldn't understand me or would avoid talking to me, to now actually it's interesting. But last week I was featured in Times Square, so that's as visible as it gets. So I'm so excited. Yeah. So I went from being invisible to be visible. Now people see me. That people, I feel heard, I feel seen. Okay, and now how can this apply to the people I help? Is because in a sea of options, because we know a lot of times, for instance, when you Google something, you don't know, you want to learn more about something, it's just some people say, Google it. Okay, you Google something, and you will see like I don't know, 30, 50 options, like 200 pages about a topic. So many options. And people and businesses are fighting to rank on page one because either they show up on page one or they might as well not show up at all because people won't go to page two. So instead of doing that with the artificial intelligence or with the authenticity, I help people to be the one because and how AI instead, this is very interesting. When you, some people are instead of going to Google, they go on AI like ChatGPT, for instance. Tell me what is the best restaurant of Italian food in San Antonio, Texas, and they will typically receive up to three options. Typically, just one, or sometimes if there are many options, three.
mhm.
So it's like look at the difference. Like we are people are trying to fight for competition or for the attention of their customers or the people like in a Google thing in a Google scenario trying to be the best because to be shown first you need to be the best, you need to do different things. But as suppose as with AI, you don't need to be the best, you need to be the only. How does that happen? When you speak the same language. So that language, the clarity is very important. And I talk about a lot about that, how being authentic can make you be the one, be the chosen one.
Yeah.
How being authentic and being clear also. I talk about the accent and the English skills in my case that I mentioned, because people wouldn't understand me not because of my accent but mostly because of my English skills that were I was not clear. So how having a clear message can make a difference in being chosen and being that one that AI recommends, because AI now is can make it in a way can position yourself in a way that not only can see you, choose you, and then recommend you. So I help people and entrepreneurs and businesses be recommended by AI and start having customers coming to them instead of fighting for the attention
I love
of
that.
customers. Yes,
So just like breaking through all that noise.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
absolutely. Well, that's definitely clear how important that is, and why is that a passion for you?
Because I live that. I've been in the other side and it was not a good feeling. So I want to help people be on the other way and being chosen by being authentic.
Yeah,
I want to see them succeed as well. And that's really a passion for me. I love to see the case studies or the testimonials or the stories that people I work with tell me after
that's fantastic.
implementing my methods. Yes.
Yes, I love it. And I know we work together in in your TEDx talk,
Mm,
in your of course the gifts of pain, but you have also los dones del dolor in Spanish.
I hear
Oh,
some
and
of
you
the.
know, yeah, Ramona.
Yes, this is the one that we have read, the one in Spanish, Dones del Dolor, for sure. This was amazing. And Raw Motherhood, also, I wrote the story. And I want to say, I've been honored to work with you.
Mhm.
Working with you has been such an amazing journey. And we have more things coming up also. Probably
Yes,
have four
yeah.
more of these coming up some way. Yes, yes.
Absolutely, I know, and that's what, I want to find out from you. Like, what is a way that people can work with you? What are the different things that you have coming up for yourself? Because I know we are working right now on your TEDx in English. So listen up if you organize a TEDx event. She's working on her TEDx talk through the Voice of Transformation program. But what else is in the horizon for people to connect with you, for people to work with you, for them to, of course, boost their AI presence through authenticity? But how does that look like?
Yeah. So I have a couple of things available or programs or ways that people can work with me. One of them is working on this, it's called AI optimization program, which is the fact that how we can make AI recommend you customers or help you be the one, right? So I have a framework for that, and I work with clients on that specific path on how to make them from bring them up from not being seen by the AI to have AI bring you customers. So that is one thing, and that is good for entrepreneurs, professionals, and businesses. But also, I am a chief AI officer, so I offer services for businesses where they can actually where we help them implement AI tools from the beginning, from the point of view of establishing the policies for AI implementation, set up a set of processes, analyze their pain points, and find a way, the best path to incorporate the AI tools to improve operations, increase sales, and free time. Actually, also that's the ultimate goal, like to have more free time for the things they love and make more money and things like that. So those are some of the outcomes. Also, I'm available as a keynote speaker. I'm so excited. I'll be in Dubai next month speaking at a conference, so things are happening. I'm so excited. It's been such a blessing being in this journey. And yes, so I would say people can contact me on LinkedIn. My LinkedIn is linkedin.silvanapimentel.com, or facebook.silvanapimentel.com, or Instagram, guess what? Instagram.silvanapimentel.com. Those are my pages.
Yes.
So perfect. Looking forward to connect with you and hear their stories. I'm always open to hear their stories.
Oh, I love it. I love it. So make sure that you connect with her. And of course, that's going to be in the show notes. So you can just click away to connect with Silvana. Now, one thing, because we are about to end,
Ooh.
unfortunately. But what is one thing that you want everyone to take action on or to start, to do to start their journey? And it could be their accent, AI, whatever you feel inspired to tell our audience today. What is something that you want to make sure that they got from our conversation or that they get started on today?
Oh, amazing. I would say be true to who you are, like be authentic. Authenticity is such an important value, and people really appreciate it. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable, to be yourself. Who you are is people want to hear your real story. So I would say by being authentic, you're gonna get more accomplished than trying to be somebody else. And about AI, I would love to say like a lot of people feel intimidated about it, and I know it can be overwhelming. I would say definitely get on board because things are happening, and some people say it's coming, it's not coming, it's here, and the time is not, we don't have too much time to actually go all in. And I would say please go immerse yourself into AI because it's very important and it can be an amazing advantage, and either you will use it or your competitors will. So just be on board and try to learn as much as you can, one tool at a time.
One tool at a time. Okay, that's the key message here. I love
Yes.
that. Thank you so much, Silvana, for your time and for your wisdom and for all of the
Mm.
amazing tools and strategies that you share with us. Connect with Silvana, everybody, and I will see you on the next Transformational Storyteller show. Mwah, big, big hug.
Absolutely. Thank
Yeah.
you so much. It's been a pleasure. Bye
Bye.
bye.